G'day Maths Legends. We're going to be looking at the area of my hair today. We're going to be using the formula of length times width to measure this glorious haircut. Alright, good luck with your sums. G'day Maths Legends. So we're going to be looking at area now and how we're going to calculate area. So area is the space that exists inside the shape. Alright, so it's the amount of cover on that surface. So how much it's measuring what the surface cover of this shape is, or the area that exists inside this shape. All right. So again, we're going to be looking at length times width. Okay. The vocabulary that we use with area. So we'll start out with square millimeters. Okay. And you can see there's a little 2 on the top there. So that means that it's squared. So square millimeters, square centimeters, square meters, square kilometers, width, length, and then hectares. So hectares. So we go millimeters, centimeters, meters, kilometers, and then huge farms would be hectares. So when we're measuring a farm or a property, like your parents' property, we would be looking at the size that exists inside their boundary and how big that size is, that property is. Now, when we're looking at area, okay, we're looking at length times width, and that's our formula. So I'm going to write that formula just here, length times width. So area equals length times width. Now the big hack that I want to share with you guys is to always put down the formula first. I put the formula down first and then I substitute the numbers with the formula. So if I'm looking at the length of this shape, okay, I'm going to say it's 8 meters, all right? So when I write this down, I'm going to put 8. So area equals 8, that's the length. Now, my width is 4 meters, and I'll put a 4 there, okay? And just like I'm doing, 4 eighths are 32. Now, the most important thing that we remember to do is write what unit of measure that we're measuring in. And over here, you can see that we're measuring in meters, okay? Meters, we're measuring in meters. So we're going to put a meters squared there, meters squared. That means we're working with 32 meters square, okay? So the big tip is, 1, write the formula. 2, replace or substitute the numbers or the letters with numbers. And then finally, 3, calculate your answer. That is hack number 477. All right? Hack 477. All right, good luck with your sums. We'll move on now. Okay, champions. So we're looking at length times width. So we're right at the top, we're going to say area. Write that formula down. The formula is area equals length times width. And I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I'm just going to put little times tables all the way through here. I'm going to say 7 threes. 7 threes are 21. 7 threes are 21. Now I'm going to go through, I'm going to count that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. My next one, 6 times 2. 2 sixes are 12, of course, okay? Now, remember, I need to put afterwards centimeters squared, and this one is centimeters squared. So it's actually incorrect if we don't put the unit of measure down. The next one, 6 times 4. 6 fours are 24. Unit of measure squared, okay? Let's see if there's 24 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24. So we know we're right. 5 times 3 is 15 centimeters squared. And then finally, 2 eighths. 2 times 8 is 16. That's centimeters squared. Okay, put my times table there. Count them up. Make sure we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. Okay, so we're right on the money there. So that's how I figure it out. So remember, when we're looking at area of a shape, we are length times width. All right, last one. All right, champions. we're going to be looking at area, and we're looking at problem solving with area. So we've got some written problems here, and like we always do, I'm going to use the highlighter, and I'm going to highlight my way through these problems. So a farmer is planting a new paddock for the farm. Here we go. This is where the question is. Look at the plans below and determine the area of each paddock. So I'm not going to worry about the perimeter. Okay, I'm only going to worry about the area. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get rid of the word perimeter. Okay, and then I've got that there. All right, so I'm going to move on now. Determine the area of each of the paddocks. So let's look first off. Let's look at paddock A. So paddock A. All right, so paddock A equals. So this time I'm going to say, well, I need to know the area of something. So I'm going to say area equals length times width. So if I look at my length, my length is through here. Sorry, that's the worst line that's ever existed. So length is 30 times, and I look at my width, and my width goes all the way across here. It's a much better looking line. 30 times 20. Now, all I do, so I substituted the length and the width. Now, I'm just going to take those zeros away, pretend they're not there. 2 times 3 is 6. And I'm going to add them back there again. And I'm going to add both of those zeros back. Now, the other way you can figure that out, guys, is to make sure you're doing 3 times. Is making sure that I can see. If I went 2 times 30 is 60, I know that that's not right. I'd have to put another 0 in there. So 20 times 30, 600. Let's look at it again. I'm going to go area equals length times width. I'm looking at my length. My length is all the way through here. Okay, my length is 50 times, and I'm looking at my width. My width is down there. And I'm looking at this shape. This shape is a perfect square. So that means my length and my width are the same. Okay, again, I do the same thing. I take my zeros away. 5 times 5 equals 25. And then I throw my zeros back there again. So 2,500. Okay, so my area of this one is 2,500. All right, and then this one is 600. So straight away I can see that which paddock is bigger. This paddock is much, much bigger. It's 2,500 versus just a wee 600. Okay. All right, guys, I hope that made sense. If you need any more help, please watch this video again, and you can figure it out. Oh, and very importantly, I've got to write their units of measure down there, Mr. O'Shaughnessy. You would have got that incorrect. So please make sure you always add that unit of measure back. All right, legends, thank you very much.